There are names we stop saying, not because we forget them, but because saying them feels unnecessary, or maybe too heavy. Elena hadn't said his name in a long time, not out loud, not even silently. At least, that's what she believed. Life had moved forward in its quiet, predictable way. Mornings that looked the same, evenings that passed without interruption, days that didn't ask questions. And slowly, without effort, the past had taken a step back, not gone, just quieter. That morning began like any other. She woke before the alarm, made her coffee, sat by the window, watched the light slowly fill the room. It was peaceful, the kind of peace that doesn't demand anything from you. She reached for her phone. No expectation, no urgency, just routine. She checked the time. Then her eyes moved and stopped. A name, simple, ordinary, and yet it changed something. Not everything, just enough. Her fingers tightened slightly around the phone. Her breath slowed. Her mind didn't react immediately, but something inside her did. Recognition, not loud, not overwhelming, just present. She hadn't seen that name in a long time, and for a moment she realized something unexpected. She hadn't needed to forget it. She had just stopped visiting it. There's a difference. Forgetting is active. It requires effort. But this had been quiet, unintentional. Time had simply moved her forward, and she had followed, without looking back, until now. Elena leaned back in her chair. The warmth of the coffee cup touched her hand, grounding her in the present, but her thoughts were somewhere else, not fully in the past, not fully here, somewhere in between. She wondered why that name still felt familiar, why it still carried something, even after all this time. Not pain, not longing, just wait. Like a word you haven't spoken in years, but still know exactly how to pronounce. She looked out the window. The street below was quiet. A man walking slowly, a car passing. Nothing unusual, everything continuing, as if names didn't matter, as if memories didn't exist. But they do, they just change. They lose their sharp edges, their urgency, their importance, but they don't disappear, not completely. Eleanor looked back at the phone. The name was still there, calm, unchanged, and suddenly she understood something simple. Some names don't stay in your life, but they stay in you. Not loudly, not in a way that interrupts your day, but quietly, like a background sound you don't always notice, but would recognize instantly if it stopped. She locked the phone, placed it on the table, and took a slow sip of her coffee. Because sometimes moving on doesn't mean forgetting. It just means learning to live without needing to remember.